Hello and welcome to another episode of the Contractor Grow Show. My name is Mark. I'm your host. And today I'm speaking with Alex Parker at A. Parker Contracting in Bear, Delaware. Alex, thanks so much for being with us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Mark. Really happy to be here. Thank you very much for the invite.
Yeah, great to have you. Yes, we've been chatting here before the show. Sounds like a great business. You guys have been doing this for a long, long time. I'm really interested to hear the story of it and kind of unpack it. Before we get into that, I'd love to hear what services you offer for your customers in your market.
So basically, the way I like my actual motto is one call does it all. So we literally do everything on the outside of a home. I have to draw the line at the inside. We used to do interior work, but to be honest with you, I wasn't as competitive as some of these crews. So I didn't feel comfortable charging my customer, you know, maybe $1,000, $2,000 more for the same exact job that I know that they can get from one of these drywall companies that's all they do is interior paint and drywall. So
Uh-huh.
with that said, I kind of just shifted out of the interior work. If in like in January, February, when the roofs are all snow and ice, you call me, I'll be competitive, for the interior work. But
Uh-huh.
aside from them 2 months, we're pretty well just exterior contractors.
Okay. Great. So we've talked with companies, they're doing siding, roofing. I love when companies are niched down to a specific service or set of services. I've never actually heard someone designate it exactly as you have that we do everything on the exterior of the home. We hear exterior siding, different things, but interesting way to kind of designate that. I mean, how does that kind of help with the business and help with with the model? The way that it works is to say that we work specifically on things that are on the exterior of the home.
To be honest, I like it. I like it a lot, and my customers love it. When
Mhm.
they can call me, and that's all they have to do. And my pricing is very competitive with everything. I know all. I'm certified with every material, every brand that there is. So it ain't like we're mainly roofers, but we dabble and decide. No, I have all my certifications for Hardy. I have certifications for metal roofing, Edco shingles. You name it, I have the certification. Mastic, whatever's out there that's available to get a test or a certification for, I wanted to have it.
Uh-huh.
I like to offer extended warranties that other contractors can't get. It gives me an edge when estimating jobs, in my opinion, and also and more importantly to me, I want to know exactly how to do everything correctly. I do
Mhm.
not want problems with customers. You've probably looked into my reputation. I have 5 stars everywhere across the board. I mean, the
Yeah, well, I
couple
saw that.
the couple of bad reviews that we have are for like missed appointments. I actually just got a 3-star review recently. It hurt my feelings. We done a gutter job for a customer, and I was in the I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't magnet sweep after a gutter job typically. It's not something we do. Well, they got a
Uh-huh.
nail in their tire and give me a bad review, and I actually called like because I got a really good reputation, and this is how I feed my kids, man. I got a 13-year-old and an 8-year-old kid. I don't have no other. This is all I've done my whole life. I don't have any degrees for psychology, anything like that. I am a PhD in construction. I have every certification that there is. So this is the only way I can make a living. So I'm really trying my darndest to keep my reviews good. And I got a bad one because we didn't magnet sweep and they got a nail in their tire. But I called, I was like, I'll pay for the tire. I'm sorry. It's not typical that we magnet sweep after a simple gutter job, but now I'll have to start doing that because apparently there's nails in gutters now.
Got it. Got it. Interesting. So you started, or your dad started the business in 1980. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah. 1980. My dad, his dad got killed in a car accident when he was very young. My dad was only 3. My grandfather was only 33 when he died. So with that said, my grandmother had 4 kids, back in the 60s, 68, I believe it was. That was a different time back then, So my dad and all of his siblings, they all had to go to work, when they were able. So he started the business super young. He originally started working with my uncle, who was mainly like a mop down roofer guy and torch down rubber in the city of Wilmington. And that's where my dad, learned the craft. And then I would say over the years, but his uncle passed away. After his uncle passed away, he was like, I guess, why am I still working under his banner? Let me start my own thing. So he started it in 1980. And I started working with him when I was super young. I mean, realistically, I had childhood memories of being 12 years old, hoofing rolls of rubber up a 40-foot ladder in downtown Wilmington, So I've been doing it a long time too. And it become official where I become the CEO, I think 15, 16 years ago, something like that. But he's still part of the business, a big part of the business. I couldn't do it without him. He's out there today running estimates while I'm in here having a lovely conversation with you.
Fantastic. How many folks do you have on the team?
It fluctuates a little bit, but on average, we got 15 guys, 3 5-man crews. And most of my crews can do multiple tasks, but I have some that are, more specialty crews. I have a roofing crew that's dedicated to like metal roofing, stand and seam, pro rib, Edco shingles. And then I have one crew that's an all around jack of all trades. They can literally build a house. I mean, we build additions and stuff. And this crew can do that from start to finish. But overall, if we get anything that's huge, we can bring in 15 guys and get it done quick if that's, the task.
Uh-huh. Do you have another level of subs you work with outside of those guys?
I don't work with subs. No, I used to a long time ago. When we first started, getting tons of roofing, we were getting overwhelmed before I could hire people that I trust. My employees are, I don't know how I got such good employees. I really don't. It's a miracle because I've fired hundreds and hundreds of people over the years. My crew right now are, the dream team. I'm not just saying it. Like, wow. They can literally do anything. I do not have a worry in the world with anything they do. My foreman of each crew has took all of the certification tests with me as well. So like when I done the union corrugated certification, I brought my foremans in with me to do that test and to learn everything so that we're all certified, not just me, because the owner could be certified, but then they could send out a complete goofball out to your job and ruin it. I'm sure you've heard them stories. I know I have,
Mm-hmm.
So with us, we're not just the owners are trained and know what they're doing, but also, the employees as well, the important part, the guys that are actually doing the work,
Gotcha. Curious, Alex, when I talk with folks who've got a long-standing team that is excellent, that's people talk, guests here on the show talk a lot about that their team is really the most important part of their success, right? Taking care of customers, obviously, but that their team is just so important. There's been some challenges here the last few years where, it's actually been very scarce, hard to find new team members. People have, there's been a labor shortage. People have had opportunities to go elsewhere. Any thoughts about how to kind of retain team? It seems like you guys have done a really good job of that. And any tips or thoughts about,
It's
finding,
simple. Pay them a
retaining,
fortune.
pay them a fortune. Is that it?
Yeah, you got to pay them good, really. I mean, I'm not just saying it. You got to pay your men really well. If they're good, pay them. We have some guys that are just like laborers and stuff on the team that, get average salaries. But if I have a technician that's really good at his craft, I feel like he deserves to be paid for that. I'm not greedy. I don't, plan on retiring off of one job. My goal is for all of us to get wealthy and be able to retire at some point. I'm not just trying to hoard all the money. My employees, I know all their families. I know their kids. Like, I want them to succeed. You know what I mean? And if I got to take a couple extra less dollars to make them happy and be cheerful, I don't give my guys hours like of what time they have to leave or anything like that. They literally will go out, and they could go out at 10 o'clock in the morning. They could go out at 6 in the morning. It's up to them. If they're having a rough morning, it's not the end of the world. Just let me know. I'll tell the customer, hey, we're going to be probably 9:30 before we get there or whatever. But I don't even have to do that. They're there in the morning early, and they don't go home till late. And it's not like forced upon them. They're hard workers. They're good men. None of them drink, smoke, cuss. Don't ask me how. You know what construction is, but none of them.
That's rare.
It is. It's super rare. Yeah. None of them drink. None of them cuss. None of them smoke. They're all good men. I've had them in my personal home here helping me with things, and I wouldn't think twice of leaving them in here by themselves. And I wouldn't let them work at somebody's house if I didn't trust them in my own house.
Sure. That's amazing, Alex. Well, what do the next few years look like for you guys in terms of growth? You guys still growing the business, or you guys at a nice level place where you're at now?
I'm always looking to grow. Absolutely. If I could get more work, I would hire more employees. Currently, we're probably about 6 weeks out right now is what my schedule looks like. The decks have been on fire this year. It's weird how things kind of go. I don't know. At least for me, it's like it goes in waves. So like 2 or 3 years ago, all we did for the whole summer was paint houses. I do painting. My dad had the contract for Alcoa Aluminum, gosh, I don't know, 30 years ago or whatever. Back when Alcoa Aluminum used to have a lifetime warranty on the paint, if you was the original owner of that home and it faded, you would call Alcoa Aluminum and they would call my dad and he'd go out and repaint it, and Alcoa Aluminum would pay him to paint it. So we've painted, I don't know, thousands of houses in the tri-state area where I'm from. But it's one of them niches where we just, that's all we did, for like a full summer. We just nonstop painted houses, and then no more paint calls. It was all metal roofing calls, just one metal roofing call after another. So far this year, that seems like the wave is decking. I don't know why, but
interesting.
I could show you my calendar of all the deck estimates that I've given. We've had on average about 6 estimates a day for the last probably 50 days.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And not all new decks. To be honest, I hate the new decks. I really like the resurfacing. They're way easier, way cheaper. Around here, the permitting and all that, and drawing the plans, plot plans, and 100-year floodplain plans, and this is not the craziness that you have to deal with to build a new deck. So for a resurface, it's much easier. And I'll be honest, that of all of the work that I do, like typically you do a roof, average roof ticket's $10,000. That's anymore. That's very cheap, to be honest with you. They're probably trending towards 14 to 15,000 is about what the average ticket size is around here. Well, when you get done a roof, the people's like, okay, thank you. I'm like, all right, whatever. When you do a deck, they hug and kiss you. They love it, you know what I mean? So it's actually rewarding when you get done one of these deck projects. I had a lady, I guess it was about 3 weeks ago now. Her deck was dilapidated. A tree hit it. It didn't do any damage to the framing, but knocked the railings down and actually cracked a couple of the decking boards. So when we replaced it, we done it with a TimberTech sea salt grades, pretty color, and then a white vinyl railing with the black aluminum spindles. And man, when I got done it, the lady was in tears. She absolutely loved it. I was like, I've done so much construction over the years and never had such a warm embrace of somebody loving something I done like that.
Oh, that's great.
We get satisfied customers. They give you great reviews and everything, but to bring them to tears, that was new for me. It's never happened to me before. It was pretty nice. I liked it.
Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, it feels really good. People that really love your stuff, huh?
Yeah, when they do, man, there's nothing more rewarding in my opinion. I really, like, I'm not just saying it. I know this is for the public and all that. I'm not just saying it. I really love when the customer's astoundingly satisfied with everything we've done. Like,
Hmm.
it's not easy to do, man. It's hard to please everybody. I mean,
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's a it's a very important issue. Comes up all the time.
and it's hard to get good feedback. It really is. I
Uh-huh.
mean, you get thousands of jobs and maybe get a handful of good reviews, but God forbid you stub your toe on somebody's job. They're happy to write you a bad review.
Uh-huh. Seriously. Well, fantastic, Alex. Great interview and just great information. Really interesting to hear the story of A. Parker Contracting. If folks are looking to get in touch with you, if they want to work with you or want to be on a great team, what are some of the best ways to get in touch with you guys?
You know, I'm probably weird like it's I don't have a secretary, I don't have a shop in India answering the phone. When you call my number, that's my cell phone number. So you call me directly every time. So just call my number 302-377-1193, or you can look me on social media. It's A period Parker Contracting on Instagram. And it's one of if you go on my Instagram, I try to have fun on there. Like, we do a lot of posts about actual business and some tips and tricks, but like, I've had fun with the AI Sora and stuff. I mean, we've got, like, I don't know, over 1 million views on some of these things that I've been putting out there. I don't know if you've seen any.
Oh, amazing. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
take a
pretty
look.
fun. Some of it's funny, but yeah, if they check me out on there, you can always contact me through there, or just Google A. Parker Contracting in Delaware. I pop up. I should be number one up there.
Fantastic. Also, their website is delaware-roofing.com.
That is correct.
Yeah.
www.delaware-roofing.com. They can fill out the form and get scheduled for an estimate, or if you want to fill out an employee application, we're always looking for good, trustworthy men. Don't call me if you're a bum, because I'm not going to hire you. But if you're a good guy, and I don't care if they have training or not, I don't mind training them. It's just, you got to be a decent person. I don't hire people that ain't, good humans.
100%. Well, fantastic. Well, Alex, thanks so much for being on the show today and sharing the story of A. Parker Contracting.
Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. I look forward to hearing the rest of your podcast, man. You're killing it.
Awesome. Take care.